Mental Health Mondays. I'm Elyse.
And I'm Sophia, and we're the QDC Co-Presidents for the 2019-2020 year.
I'm also the advanced TAP teacher for this year, and we are both in fourth year in Con Ed. I've been involved with QDC since my first year, same with Sophia, and yeah, I started with just taking a few dance classes. I came out of dancing my whole life, so I really wanted to continue it, and I found that QDC was such a welcoming community, and I made really great friends out of it. So from there, I was on the exec team for 2 years after that, and then now I'm here still taking classes and loving every second of it.
Like Elyse, I've also been in QDC since first year. In my second year, I did a little bit of volunteering through the club. I got a dance teacher, which was super rewarding, being in the Kingston community. And then in my third year, I got to be on the executive team, which was super fun, and meet new people. And now in fourth year, it's been fun being co-president with Elyse, and it's been a lot of happy times, and QDC just has lots of love to share.
QDC is my home away from home here at Queens. I always say when I look back at my university experience, I think the one thing I'm going to remember is QDC.
QDC is honestly a safe space. I feel like with the fast-paced life as a student, we kind of lose ourselves, whether we're stressed at school or personal situations, but I feel like every time you enter these doors, it's a safe space for anybody to kind of let go of whatever they're going through, whether you're doing it individually or you're sharing with someone else in the class that you meet, or maybe you've built friendships within the class. I think these walls are more than just some white walls. They're more meaningful than that.
My favorite memory of QDC would have to be my first recital. It was mid-year recital when I was in first year, and I just remember being on stage, and I didn't think I was going to get that experience again in my life. I thought when I left the studio back at home that was it for me, and I've always loved to perform and always loved to dance. So it was great, and I remember just the feel of a sense of community finally set in at somewhere where I was trying to adjust and get used to a new place and new surroundings. So that was when it kind of clicked that I was like, oh, this has to be part of my Queens experience all the years.
I think that the biggest struggle entering university was definitely moving away from home, which was a very tight community for me, where I felt like I had supports from various people in my lives, whether that be my dance studio or my friends from high school or my family. And then I was scared coming into university that I wasn't going to be able to build that support system, which at the end of the day is everything that you kind of need to get through day to day, because no one can really function truly on their own without people there for them and encouraging them. So I think first year was a little bit difficult in that sense of navigating, but finding my way to QC really helped everything come together, and I got to network with a bunch of new people that only added so much value to my life.
For me personally, the hardest part about being at school these past years has been trying to find myself, which sounds kind of cliche, but I find that at this time in our lives of, starting to be independent, there's a lot of self-discovery that you go through, and I learn new things about myself every day and who I want to be and what I want to do with my future. But throughout all this time of wondering and trying to sort of transition into where I see myself for the future, QDC has always been there for a positive outlet and somewhere that I can feel confident in expressing my authentic self.
QDC in one word would be wholesome.
And I'd say QDC is home. Is that good?
Yeah. Okay. Done?